The air inside that house didn't move. It was heavy, stale, like it had been holding its breath for years. I remember the sound first, the thud of a hammer against concrete, the scrape of dust shifting beneath boots. When the floor split open, the silence screamed. The officers froze, eyes locked on the dark plastic that shouldn't have been there. The smell hit next, sharp, chemical, unforgettable. I'd seen crime scenes before, but this one felt different, intimate, domestic, wrong. Someone once said she'd just walked away, bags packed, vanished. But people don't pack their lives neatly in plastic. People don't leave behind wedding photos sealed in dust. I watched the detective's gloved hands tremble for half a second, enough to know he felt it too. The official report called it routine excavation following a missing persons case. I called it what it was, a quiet reckoning. 6 years earlier, Tina Satchwell had vanished from this same home. No forced entry, no sign of struggle, just a husband's story that never aged well. Richard said she'd gone to visit her sister, that she took her passport, her cash. But the passport was untouched, her bank account frozen in time, and the parrots she adored left behind to starve. I went through the old case notes, page by page, like peeling wallpaper from rot. A missing grocery receipt, a deleted voicemail, a lie polished over time. The walls of that house were lined with excuses, but they couldn't muffle the truth forever. Every question led back to the same man. The same face on TV pleading for help, eyes wet, voice trembling, rehearsed. Grief that knew its lines too well. The deeper I looked, the quieter he became. That's how guilt works. It starts loud, then it rots into silence. Neighbors remembered her as gentle, always smiling, always apologizing for his temper. She'd tell them, he means well. But behind closed doors, meaning well turned into control, the kind that doesn't leave bruises, only smaller versions of yourself. When I visited the house, it felt staged. Curtains drawn, dishes stacked, air freshener over something older. He walked me through the rooms, explaining where she'd stood last. Every word too careful, every gesture rehearsed. I asked him if he ever dreamed of her. His eyes twitched, a flinch, like someone who'd been hearing footsteps at night. He thought time would protect him, that if he stayed quiet long enough, her name would fade. But guilt isn't silence, it's static. It hums under your breath, waiting for someone to listen. That hum led us back here, under his floorboards, into his lies, into the space where love became a sentence. The breakthrough came not from brilliance, but from dust. A construction worker reported a strange hollow sound beneath the living room floor. Police tore into the concrete, inch by inch, until plastic met metal. Inside, human remains. Female, wrapped, weighted, forgotten. Tests confirmed it was Tina. 6 years gone, never left the house she called home. When they questioned Richard again, his voice cracked. Not in sorrow, but in calculation. He told them it wasn't murder, said she fell, that he panicked. But panic doesn't pour cement. Panic doesn't keep quiet through birthdays and vigils and prayers. I watched the footage from his final interrogation. His eyes darted, searching for a version of the story that could still save him. But truth doesn't bend, it fractures. And when it does, it cuts through everything, even the lies you tell yourself to sleep at night. He was arrested quietly. No chase, no chaos, just cuffs and silence. In court, he sat still as they read the charges. Murder, concealment, deception. Every word echoed like a nail hitting stone. I watched his expression when the verdict dropped. No outrage, no denial, just a flicker, a crack, the moment he realized the walls he built had become his cell. Justice didn't roar that day. It whispered, the same whisper that had lived under that floor for years. When the gavel fell, I didn't cheer. I only exhaled. The way you do after holding your breath too long. Because justice, in its truest form, doesn't comfort, it cleanses. The house stands empty now, the walls stripped, the floors dug up, the air still heavy with ghosts that never left. Sometimes I think about her, not as a victim, but as a woman who trusted the wrong quiet. Love made her stay, fear made her vanish. They'll sell the house eventually, repaint the rooms, bury the past under new wallpaper. But silence leaves stains no brush can cover. I keep her case file on my desk, not because I need a reminder of what he did, but because it reminds me of what people hide in the name of love. There's no satisfaction in this job, only endings that taste like dust. Tina's story isn't a headline anymore, but her silence still hums through the walls of every home like hers, places where smiles hide fear and promises sound like chains. I close the file,